Hey everyone, welcome back to Wonderland. My name is Ali, and for those of you who don't know, I am a content creator who supports indie developed games, and I really enjoy playing Metroidvanias. Today I am going to do a review on the game Saga of Sins. I have been playing this game over the last several weeks, and I just wanted to share my passion for this game and let you guys know how much I enjoyed playing it. And if you guys are interested to pick it up, there is a physical coming out. I will share more details at the end of this video. And so let me just get right straight into the review and let me know what you think in the comments below. Here we go.
Dark times have fallen upon the world. Sin has corrupted the people of this land, and in their despair, they have sought refuge in profane beliefs and wicked deeds.
When it comes to games on the lore of religion, I always found it fascinating to play through a game where there was as much detail as possible. With Saga of Sins, you definitely get the lore of the game through storytelling, and you don't have to go fishing for it like in other Metroidvanias. Which brings me to this question. Is Saga of Sins a Metroidvania? Now, while it does have some elements to it that would seem to fit the genre, I can positively say that this game is more platformer than anything else. You play as Cecil, a cleric, who returned from the Crusades to save Sinwell, his village, where people have been dying as a result of the bubonic plague. Your mentor Ulrich explains to you that the plague spread because the villagers have fallen to sin, and in order to stop the plague from spreading, the villagers need to be purged of this sin. In order to purge these sins, you must enter the minds of the villagers, literally, and destroy their sins. Throughout the gameplay, Cecil is approached with very vivid dreams that have a bit of a horror element to them, which makes Cecil question if what he is doing is correct and if the mission is even fair. Not to mention that as you progress in the story, you begin to see these vivid dreams in broad daylight, bringing to it a sort of eeriness. I enjoy the story of this game. You don't have to go looking for lore throughout the game. It is very self-explanatory. The game also has some pretty decent voice dialogue.
Your own immortal soul, faithful Cecile. Is it worth surrendering to save those that are already damned?
You will soon begin to realize that as Cecil progresses, he is taking on the burden of eliminating sin from the villagers, and because of this begins to lose his own sanity, making you want to continue the game just to find out what's going on with your main character and where are the villagers going after being purged from their sins. The gameplay of this game is pretty neat. You begin at the church where Cecil meets with Ulrich and where you learn that you must set out to the village to meet the villagers and purge them. The game starts off as a 2D side-scroller where you walk around the village and talk to the villagers and listen to their backstories before being asked if you want to enter their minds to destroy their sins. Once entering their minds, you then start the game in the mode of platformer, where you utilize the abilities you unlock to pass through the various different levels. Abilities in this game are in the form of 4 beasts, with the first form being a werewolf. Each one has its own form of attacks as well as unique abilities that will help you get through the levels you encounter. For example, the werewolf, aside from his regular bullet attack, can howl when a crack in the wall is encountered to break it and reveal a treasure chest full of coins. You can also utilize the coins you get throughout the levels to purchase upgrades for the abilities of each beast. I believe this is where the Metroidvania elements are brought to this type of genre. The different abilities you encounter through each beast and the need for them to advance different minds of the different villagers brings this small element of my favorite genre into the mix. One of the greatest abilities in this game is the power dash, allowing you to kill multiple enemies at once for better coin rewards. During each double kill, triple kill, etc., I feel like I'm listening to Fred, who did the reward announcements in Unreal Tournament 3, except maybe not in the New York accent, but more of a Scottish accent.
Exercised.
There is an abundant number of enemies in this game, and I really enjoyed the fact that while there was no health bar for enemies would show they were about to die because they were made of mosaic glass, and as you hit the enemies, the mosaic glass would deteriorate, eventually letting us know that they are one attack away from breaking into pieces. This was my favorite element of the game, and I thought it was a very unique take on enemy encounters and the battle system. Overall, I really enjoyed the side-scroll platforming, being able to go back in the level in order to track back and make sure I didn't miss anything, and really thought that enemies were very original and their design was incredible. Graphics in this game really outshine themselves in making the entire environment stained glass, and just visually it is so beautiful. The music is also very powerful, building tension to every level and matching the music to the boss fights. It was just an amazing experience and felt like I was playing an arcade platformer. Sound effects didn't have anything out of the ordinary except for that announcer whenever you did combo kills. Overall, visually, this game really brought it home. It must have been difficult to design each level and create enemies, and the developer really outshined themselves in creativity. I recommend this game to anyone who wants a graphically enjoyable platformer experience. Just know there isn't any replayability content, and overall this game is not too challenging to 100% it. Without spoiling the reason behind it, some side quests will require you to get all treasure chests within the level. But you won't need to have to restart the game, you just have to use one save file and keep reopening the game. For example, in Blasphemous, you do have to replay the game in order to reach some unplayable content in the first round. However, not with this game. With this game, you just save the file, you restart, and you go back to what you have to do in order to advance the story. So if you are someone who doesn't want a challenging game and just wants to enjoy their time, this platformer is definitely recommended for the everyday player or even a beginner of platforming.
Exercised. Down. Exercised. Cursed. Exercised.
So that was my take on Saga of Sins. I'm really curious of what you guys think in the comments below, so let me know if it's something that you might be interested in playing. There is a physical coming out. You can purchase it in various different retail stores, and it is $39.99. It was published by Red Art Games, and the developer is Bonus Level Entertainment. I will link all of that down below. It is coming out on November 3rd. So if you are a physical game collector like me, this is definitely a good pickup to get. So now I kind of wanted to share with you guys that I will start streaming on Twitch in the summer if you're interested in interacting with me and having conversations with me. So if you're not following me on Twitch, I did link down my Twitch below. So if you're interested to come see me stream some games, I will be streaming Metroidvanias and other indie developed games. So if you're interested, come give me a follow so that you guys can get notifications of when I'm on. I'll be streaming Mondays, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I will be streaming Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's one. If you're not following me on Twitter, I am very active on Twitter. I think that I post there every single day. I can probably show off some of my collections, some things that maybe interest me, like I'll find a new Metroidvania to share with you guys. So if you're not following me on Twitter and you want to see a lot more of my content, that is the place to go. I have linked it down below. So I also have a Discord where I like to hang out with the Wonderland family. And if you're interested, you can come join us. I do stream on that channel. I do interact a lot with everyone there. So if you want to have a little bit more of an interaction with me on a personal level, then that is where you'll go. So again, I wanted to thank everybody who has been here with me on this journey. I couldn't get here without you guys. I am enjoying it so much. I am loving making content. I love being able to share my passion of video games with you guys. So if you're not following this channel and you want to continue being part of the Wonderland family, please, it would mean so much to me if you liked this video and followed for further content. And as usual, thank you for being part of the Wonderland family, and I will see you guys next time.